Lesson 5 of Making It Big by Femi Otedola. Create a warm working environment. I did not get many things right as Zenon, but there was one aspect no one could deny. We operated like a family. We were one big family. I could sense the loyalty, the commitment, and the pride among my employees. At 40 Oil, we operated as a family as well. Once you demonstrate loyalty and commitment to the cause, I will take it upon myself to give you the necessary incentives to keep you happy. I want you to wake up in the morning and feel excited about coming to work. Keeping the team happy should be uppermost in the mind of any entrepreneur. A comfortable, contented, and driven team will never deliver result. A comfortable, contented, and driven team will deliver results. Notice that I never say perfect team. There's no such thing. There will always be problems and challenges in any team, even the most motivated in the world. But getting people to cultivate the spirit of oneness can address a lot of issues and create convivial work environments. Entrepreneur has to be deliberate about building team spirit through their words and actions. I had to change the vocabulary of Xenon staff. I encourage them to change you and yours to we and ours when talking about the company. I will correct them and say the company belongs to us all. Even your children's children can benefit from this business. It's collective spirit. I always let people know that it is not only me, that the credit goes to the entire team. They feel respected and appreciated. Every human being wants to be recognized and valued, no matter where they sit in the hierarchy. In an African setting, there are usually sizable gaps between the top and the lower positions. This tends to cut off the entrepreneur from team members who are on the lower rungs of the ladder. There must be a deliberate effort to bring everyone into the cycle, to make them feel at home, to enable them to work comfortably from whatever position they occupy. From 0 to 40, we had in place numerous incentives to ensure they were pleasant, welcoming places to work. This gave us a significant edge over our competitors, setting us apart in many ways. Here are few. One, incentives promote loyalty and commitment. Incentivizing the team is critical to building dedication, commitment, and camaraderie. At Xenon, for instance, all members of the senior management got new cars. Their official residents were in Victoria. We made sure they lived in places befitting their status. Later, Xenon bought houses for them. There was a caveat, though. For anyone who got sacked within their first 10 years, ownership of the house will be reverted to the company. If not after the decay of service, they did get the titles to the homes signed over to them. This system was not entirely free of drama, of course. We dismissed a manager from his corner, but he wanted to keep the house I had built for him in the city of Lekki, which was valued 480 million. We had bought the land and built it from scratch, complete with swimming pool. It was one of the properties I handed over to Amcon to settle my debts in 2012. Surprisingly, the agency came back to me in 2009, 7 years later, to say they could not take possession of the house because of legal issues. It seems that the former employee had gone to court trying to retain the property. He was working for NNPC when I recruited him, but was so unprofessional. What this incident also shows that being good to people does not mean that they will be straight with you. There are all kinds of human beings, and you should never expect the same level of reciprocity from everyone. Doing so will just set you up for disappointment. Xenon employees were well paid. Our salary scale was the best in the industry, even better than deep-pocketed mobiles downstream. I had no regrets about paying them so well. I didn't want to hold all the benefits. Most of them worked as hard as I did. I wanted people to be happy. Their official cars became theirs after 4 years. We took good care of our staff, but there were Judas among them. Once you can reconcile yourself to the fact that this is human nature, for better or for worse, you are better able to handle any treachery. Incentives improve performance. Overall, our incentives led to better performance. You could see the smile on the employees' faces. They never looked frustrated, which is essential for a smooth running work environment. People want to be happy. Imagine that you have a car that regularly breaks down. Sometimes in dangerous places, you can do your work as you would like. If you have a reliable new car, you are eager to go to work in it. You even enjoy the commute. There is also a self-esteem and confidence that seems for that stems from working for a company that pays you a fantastic salary, gives you a new car, and takes care of your medical expenses. I even flew certain employees abroad for treatment when they took ill. They were also getting fat bonuses at the end of the year. I would say, yeah, yeah, go and share this 100 million as performance bonus. The junior staff got a bonus of 400% bonus at Christmas time. 3. An open door policy encourages interaction and improvement. Was important that we had the ethos of the family spirit at 40 Oil. We organized Christmas parties, which I attended. I deliberately didn't attend the staff private parties, such as children's name ceremony, because I would have had to be at everyone's event. That would have been stressful and demanding. If you attended one and not the other, it would create the sense that you have favorized. Being sensitive to this balance is essential. I had a good rapport with all the staff and maintained my open door policy. The information exchange was two-way street. I was a lot wiser for that. They had access to the chairman and I knew what was going on at the ground level. Still, you have to recognize that even this is open to abuse. In Xenon, I noticed that because of this former family-like setting, some employees started coming late. Some started dressing over casual. In Xenon, there was nothing I could do, but in 40 Oil, they were far more disciplined. I had to put more formal professional look and feel in place from the start. Number 4, extend a helping hand to those you value. Scholarships for children of long-standing staff won me their hearts. The kids of the employees who have been with me for 20 years got scholarship. I am paying the school fees of the children of all the first generation staff through university from a bachelor's degree to master or PhD. Only 2 of them have qualified so far, both drivers, but this motivates everyone to remain loyal and committed. A few of them enjoyed foreign training trips at 40 Oil. Some attended the Lagos Business School or headed to Oxford. We ran 40 Oil professional and provided well so that the employees were not inclined to abuse this generosity. It was no longer child's play. I had learned my lesson. 40 Oil was a public company. Even though I owned 80% of its stock, we had to deliver value to our shareholders. After I sold 40 Oil, the severance package for all those who did not want to stay on following my exit was mouth-wateringly huge. The CEO, CFO, company secretary, and my personal secretary was handsomely rewarded. They also sold the stock I gave them, reaping fat profits. If the people who are now now decided to depart tomorrow, it will be Adova PLC, the company's new name since 2020. That was set that must settle their severance package. That's the employment condition. This was part of why they were ready to work for 40 Oil. The way we structured our terms of engagement, because I was not on a salary, I didn't get a single penny in severance. The company was going to buy a bulletproof vehicle, but I declined. I rejected all perks. I did not even collect diesel. If the company gave me free diesel, the CEO would also take diesel. All of them would. So I refused all perks. I kept to my dividends. 5, free lunch is appreciated and it enhanced productivity. 40 Oil was the place to work. Everybody to work, wanted a job there. All my friends, children wanted to work for us. The pressure was enormous. The salary scale was well above the industry average. But I told Akin to make it even more attractive. No oil company could pay what we were paying. One of the perks they loved was free lunch every day for everyone in the company. There was a caterer. Frankly, I don't know how much it cost. I ate there only twice. The canteen was a bungalow at the back and it was an excellent operation. They fed everybody. Also, there were free lunch at the depot. The CEO, CFO, and everyone else ate there every day. In fact, I did instructed the executives to eat there as a bonding move to help sustain the family atmosphere. Previously, people had to drive far to eat because there was no restaurant of any sort nearby. They did come back from lunch late because of traffic. It was too disruptive and stressful. Establishing a cafeteria on the premises was a good move. The staff appreciated it and this too enhanced their productivity. Why I meet potential employees. At Christmas party, I would give my employees the microphone to speak their minds. I encourage them to open up and talk freely. If you think the company is missing an opportunity, speak up. Given the open environment we had created, they were not afraid to do so. But I made sure I did not undermine their bosses. If the CEO was firing someone, I didn't get involved. The chief executive had carte blanche to hire and fire My only requirement was that I wanted to meet anybody about to be employed by 40 before they started. It was vital for me to become familiar with them and size them up before they joined the family. We outsourced some positions, but when it came to staffing the management ranks, I talked to the applicant personally and did my assessment. I could tell many things just by looking at them, their personality, how forward they were, their composure, and so forth. I did ask plumbing questions about where they had come from, what they did done, why they left their previous employer, and what they saw in their future. Once they left my office, I would comment yes or no on each applicant, which with this pre-employment exercise, I could put a face to every name, even when I could not remember their name. I could identify the person as someone who worked for us, and this would help me guide the CEO in dealing with people and their activities. At the height of 40 oil, we had more than 12,000 employees, including those employed indirectly as contractors and subcontractors, with an average of 12 staff per station, a manager, pub attendants, and security guards working in two shifts. Recognizing them all would have been impossible, but the initial face-to-face encounter was important to me and appreciated by all. Practice the golden rule: treat people well and you will most likely get loyalty in return. Rewards, from simply expressing appreciation for contributors to handsome salary specs and uncommon incentives, give a company the edge it needs. Embrace openness and allow dissenting voices. You gain insights from others' perspectives. Those are the takeaways for lesson 5.